Hey guys, how's it going? How to start an e-commerce Shopify store, right? So in this video, I'm just going to give you a short overview about what it takes to create a successful Shopify store, right? And you know, it's probably appealing to you right now because of what's going on in the world and everything that's been happening. Maybe you're looking for a new way to make money. Maybe you're looking for a complete career path change. Maybe you're just looking for ways to make extra money, right? So like an extra income stream. Now Shopify is totally awesome because it's low cost to get started. So you can validate if an idea is going to work, and there's a ton of tools that can help you to scale up if it's something that you find is working for you, or it's something that you like to do, right? And it's something that you love doing. You can scale it up, or you can create another Shopify store, whatever it is. But in this video, I just wanted to give you a breakdown of just Shopify and like the three main components that I think you need to understand and have in place to really do well. So sort of starting from the bottom really. So let's get stuck in. So the first part that I believe that you need to do properly, and obviously it goes without saying, is you need to have your online store, and it needs to be solid, right? So meaning like the design, meaning like all the links, meaning, you know, all your products, you know, your payment gateway. So how do you take payment? There's a lot to take on board when you're first starting out, right? So especially if you're building your own e-commerce store, because not only is Shopify e-commerce store affordable when you're starting out, if you're looking to make money online and Shopify appeals to you, right? Or you've got products that you want to trial out or whatever it is, Shopify really is a popular and robust way, and it's a good platform to start with when you're wanting to create your own online business, right? But to get there, to start off, you need to be able to obviously understand a number of things, especially if you're doing it yourself, right? We need to understand like what kind of design you want and how you actually go about doing it, because if you log on and to Shopify, it is super clean, but if e-commerce is something new to you, it can be daunting, right? It can be quite technical. If you need to put certain code in, or even the design part, even though they make it super easy, they do make it as easy as possible, really. It can be difficult, right? It can, if it's not your thing and you're trying to get your head around it, or you just need to know where everything is, then you know you need to understand how to do that. So the upfront work of getting your online store ready in the right way by, you know, having a good professional design, clean design, that so when people look at it, you mean business, everything links to the right place, you've got all the right stuff that's linkable. So you know, you've got all your information on there and everything basically to do with who you are and what you do and everything. And then obviously then you've got the main line of products, and then you've got the payment gateway to set up and everything. So before we even get going, there's a lot that you need to do when you create your online store. And then further on, there will be changes as well that you'll want to, so if you put something together quickly, something that's like a viable product to put out there, so a product meaning your online store, but something that's viable enough to go live, then you can improve on that week on week, right? Then the next thing that I really think is really going to set you apart is having a strong brand, right? So that comes down to a strong logo, color scheme, and that you know, logo, colors, and this really is all to do with that sort of design thing as well. So you can get started initially by having a design, but then to have a more professional feel, then you need to sort of invest in your branding, right? Meaning you really need to sort of take care of how people perceive you, like that consistent branding throughout, right? So people know that they're on the same single e-commerce store. So you know, if you've got Facebook pages and you've got paid campaigns or whatever to promote your online business, if you don't have the right branding in place for your store and for your company name, then it can be very difficult for people to feel aligned with your brand and feel if your branding is not consistent, right? And I'd say the branding element, you could go into it into a far depth, right? So it's everything to do with the colors that you use, your core values, your mission statement, and all this sort of stuff, right? But it is really important to have that branding element, and that comes down to another point, like another sub point. What I think is important is UX, meaning user experience design. The term that they use in the web world is they call it UX, so user experience, but you need to understand that. You need to have a level of, how much information should I have on my product? What should the checkout look like? What additional items could I put in the checkout that will encourage people to buy? What widgets should I have in there that can really, but what happens if someone goes to a product and then abandons the cart? Or what happens if they're about to make a big order and then something goes wrong? How do you, from a user experience perspective, how do you bring them back in without being over the top? Without saying, whoa, you were about to give us loads of money for some product and now you've just gone, or something's happened. How do you seamlessly bring it back in, even if they're checking their emails or they go somewhere else? How do you do all that? So it's like retargeting, right? And then optimization really is, this is where I believe like a lot of your growth will come from. So once you've got your initial platform sorted out, the online store, you've got your product and you've got your brand set up, and you're making sales and stuff, then just making a few tweaks, it's going to help to lower costs. Meaning if you're doing paid advertising campaigns, it's going to be cheaper for you to get customers once you start optimizing the process, right? Upsells. How do you offer upsells in the right way? And probably the biggest thing right here is conversion, right? So how do you convert people who come onto your store? What are the best ways? What are proven methods to get started with converting people who come onto your store? Because it's easy when you know how, right? But what are the ways to do that? Because if you understand that, imagine you had a way of creating your online store really easy and understand the whole branding thing so it makes sense. So it's almost like you're following a process and then understanding the optimization stuff once you've got all this stuff in. And it's good to know this stuff even to start with, because it gives you something to look forward to and it drives you through that sort of initial work that you got to put in to create your online business, right? So that's what I believe it takes to create a Shopify store and to be successful, right? They're just three of the things. Now, if this sounds like something that you're interested in, you want to create a Shopify store this year, like within a week or within a couple of days, you want to have your Shopify store ready and you want your brand up and ready, right? Then I'm going to show you how you can do that. I've got a free guide that's to do with understanding these elements in more detail, right? So if you're interested in that free guide around how to creating a Shopify store in the right way, then click the link below this video. It's the link that stands out more than all of them. It'll be the top thing within the description. If you click that, then you can get access to some free information that I've got around creating a Shopify store this year. So I hope that helps you, and I hope that you enjoyed this short video on the elements of creating a successful Shopify store. Now, if this sounds like something that you're interested in, guys, please subscribe and like the video, and I will catch you in the next video. But for the time being, guys, take care, dream big and live full.